Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you for joining me for some holiday working out. This is a level 2-3 class, and it's really just you and your mat, unless you have your mini stability ball or softball that you want to use under the pelvis when we're on our back to give you that little bit of feedback and stability. But if you don't have it, no worries. You can totally make do without it. I'll probably just try to demonstrate without it today, just in case you don't have it at home. But if you're used to using it, you'll know when to do it, and you can grab it when the time's right. Let's start. We're going to move today. This is going to be a movement mat. We're going to move between standing and some plank work, some back body work. It's going to be hopefully really good, but we're going to start just by getting a little bit warmed up on our mat in standing and doing a little bit of balance work. So we're going to start with our feet maybe in a tiny bit of a V, and we're going to bend. We're going to reach the right leg out to the side and bend the left knee, and then switch. And then switch. So it's this movement just to warm up. And really you could do whatever you want. I'm just warming up the legs, but we're going to move into some balance from this position. So if you can get the hang of it, you can have the hands on the hips, you can have them out to the side, you can have them sort of moving. Be easy in the upper body, but just to get the heart rate up a little bit, get a little spring in our step, find ourselves, get our breath going. You don't have to hop it. You can totally step it. I'm just feeling like, feeling good today. So here we go. I'll do 2 more each side. 2, 2, 1, 1. Hold this one with the foot a little bit out to the side. The left leg turned out a little bit, right leg out to the side. Tall through that left side body. Reach the right arm overhead, and we're going to bring the elbow and the knee as if they're going to touch each other and reach them back out. So we have this and this. So this is some good standing balance for you, right? But also some good movement of the hip, a little bit of work in the side abs. You want to keep the pelvis relatively still, right? There's a little movement to it, but not a big one. Tummy button's relatively still. Weight over that foot, nice and supported. Good. For 3, for 2, for 1. Leg down. You're going to turn to face away. So that leg is back. The knee is turned out. You're going to bend the front knee a little bit and just pitch forward. And it's all bum work here. All glutes. Lift that back leg and lower it back down. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Good, let's take the arms behind us. Reach them up so you open across the front of the chest. Right, draw in with the tummy, hold the low ribs back. You have 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here, straighten that front leg. Continuing our balance train. Take the arms overhead. And float the back leg up, lower the upper body, keeping those arms nice and extended, and holding here for 3, for 2, for 1, coming back up with control, and switching sides. Your feet are in the V, the right leg stays turned out a little bit, left leg reaches out to the side. Right? You can have some softness in that knee, but you're long in the body. Left arm reaches overhead for our side bend work. So elbow and knee as if they're going to come together and reach them back out. And out. And out. See, you're feeling good. You're glad you chose this video. Burning off some turkey maybe. Maybe you haven't eaten any turkey yet. It's not quite Christmas. This is our last filming before Christmas because probably tomorrow I'm going to put a big tree right where we're standing. So this one will be up before Christmas. Good. 2, 1, straighten, but keep the toe on the mat. Pivot a little bit, right? Leave the knee turned out, the toes turned out. Pitch forward a little bit with upper body. Bend the knee, the right knee, the knee you're standing on, and you're going to lift that back leg, lift and lower, lift and lower. So it's hip work, but it's not spine movement, right? It's not low back, right? Hold the tummy in. Almost feel like you keep the tailbone tucked or the pubic bone, sort of tipped forward a little bit. Bring the arms behind you. Open across the chest. Good. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Perfect. Bring the arms overhead, straighten the leg. A little tipping forward here. Be tall in your spine. Hold the low ribs back if you like to let them pop. And pitch it forward. Your nice little seesaw balance. Good. To be here and to hold. For 3, for 2, for 1. Bring it back up and relax. Good. Walk it to the back of your mat. Either heels on the mat or a little balance challenge to hover the heels just a little bit. And take your nice breath in, and on your out breath, nodding the chin, and we're rolling down. If you have the heels hovering, it's just telling you, where you might not be as smooth in this roll down as you think you are. Don't fall on your head though. Nice breath in at the bottom. Breathe into that low spine. And on your out breath, peel it back up. Do, 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 do. If you're hovering the heels, great. If you're not, that's okay too. Open across the chest. Head and neck come up. Sink the heels just for a minute. We're going to do one more, either with the heels up or down. Take a breath in. Out breath to nod the chin. Keep that little space between chin and chest and that nice little chin tuck as you roll forward. At the bottom of this one, gently shake the head no. Take a breath in. On your out breath, you're going to walk it out to be in your nice tall plank position. Good. Holding here. Perfect. Press into your left leg. Lift the right leg for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Level 2, put your leg down. Level 3, keep it up. Push-ups for 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Changing sides. Lift the left leg for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Level 3, keep your leg up. Level 2, put it down. 3 push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Both feet grounded to the mat. Lift the sit bones towards the sky. Sink the heels. Enjoy that pyramid stretch. Feel the pelvis pull back away from the hands. Feel the shoulders stay broad and away from the ears. And then on your next out breath, walk the hands back towards the feet, trying to keep the center of you over the center of the mat. Hovering the heels or leaving them down, but rolling up on your out breath. Drawing in with the belly. Opening across the chest. Beautiful. Good. Are we ready for another standing series? Here you have your choice. Low impact, high impact, lunges. So you can be at the forward edge of your mat and step back with the right leg into a lunge, come forward and switch. You can have the hands on the hips, you can have the hands out to the sides. The idea is that you're steady and you're nice and centered. The knee's not wobbling, you got a good grounding through the foot. It's always good to work on this form methodically. That's your low impact version, so don't feel like you're copping out if you choose that version. The high impact one is a little bit of a jump, and it's just different for our muscles. It's eccentric work. It will sometimes leave you feeling more sore the next day, but if you're an athlete, if you're looking for power, it's sort of essential. So you pick your level. We're gonna do, how many? 10, 12 on each leg? Yeah. How about we just go? Take a nice breath in. Prepare, be long in your spine, nice and tall. If you're doing the high impact, you're just switching the leg in the front. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, yahoo. Feel your core. Keep your spine long and strong. For 2, I think we're doing 14, yeah. There we go, bring it up. Take a breath, reach those arms overhead. Walk to the back of your mat if you're not already there. Place the hands behind the head. Take a breath in. Press the elbows back, lift the chest. On your out breath, nod the chin. Release the arms when it makes sense, and go into a nice roll down. Hang here for a second. On your out breath, soften your right knee, and then switch, left knee. So just a little walking through the knees. Feet stay grounded to the mat, head hangs heavy, and just appreciate that movement through the hips and the spine, the waist, down the back of the legs. Good. Take a nice breath in. Out breath to walk it out. To come to that lovely tall plank again. On your out breath, pivoting to be in your side plank. Good. So here, level 2. Level 3, bend your knee. We're holding in level 2, and level 3, you're dropping the knee and picking it back up for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Back to staggered feet, pivoting back to your tall plank, taking a break if you need to, pivoting to face the other way. If the long plank is too intense, drop and do it from the knees. Right? Level 2, holding. Level 3, bending the knee. Lift, 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 lift for 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Nice, good. Stagger the feet or return them. Pivot to your tall plank. Holding here. Good. Nice breath. Control, lower the knees without that spine losing its neutral, and then melt down to the mat. Beautiful. To be on your belly with the hands under the forehead. Nice breath in. Just feel the hips soften, the belly soften, the shoulders be broad, the neck be relaxed. And on your out breath, keep that tailbone gently tucked, pubic bone rooted to the mat, and you're going to float up with the face and the throat and the breastbone. Adjust the elbows as you need to so that you're not pressing up with your hands, but you're more using the hands and the friction against the mat to drag the breastbone forward. Try to feel the spine right in between your shoulder blades. Move from this rounded kyphotic position to a nice extended position. Really feel the heart pulling forward, right? The chin staying a little bit tucked, the back of the neck staying long. Breath in here. If this is not comfortable in the low back, then lower the upper body as we do the legs. Take a nice breath in, tuck both toes. Feel that pelvis stay nice and still as you straighten the knees, right? You're going to have to use the abdominals. Drawing in, you're going to have to tuck the tailbone even more. Good. When you're ready, use the bum muscles, the back muscles. Counter with the strength in the abdominals drawing in to float both feet. And then we raise the right leg a little more. We lower the left and switch, and switch, and switch. Right? If you had little pressure sensors underneath those hip pointers, they wouldn't move, right? You'd have even pressure, whether you're raising the leg or lowering it. And it helps if you think about doing the movement with the upper thigh. Don't think about the feet, or the lower legs. Really think about it being the thighs while you really draw the belly in for support and you breathe into your back. Good. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Pause here. Lower the legs and feel that pelvis stay still. Lower the upper body. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press it back to a nice Shell stretch, child's pose, yay. Relative rest. Hope you were thinking of an energetic mat class for the holidays, right? Nice breath in. Awesome. On your out breath, roll it up to nice tall kneeling. We're going to do a little bit of seated work, including a modified saw or the saw. So coming around to be at the front of your mat with the legs in a diamond position and having even weight on the sit bones, right? Right? So you're not on your pubic bone with a big arched back. You're not on the tailbone. You're really nice, lovely, tall vertical spine, even weight on both sit bones. Take a nice breath in, and we're going to nod the chin. We're going to do a little roll down without moving the pelvis. So it's just the upper back, right? Nod the chin on your exhale. And then think about getting taller as you roll down one bone of the back at a time. Stopping wherever you feel like, yeah, that's the limit, right? I'd have to move my pelvis to get a little closer to the floor here. I'm aiming to put the top of my head down into the diamond, but of course I'm not going to get there. Take a nice breath in. And then feel like you really, it's strengthen the abdominals and you lengthen the back as you roll back up. Let's do it again because you need that movement for the saw. You need mobility. On your out breath, nod the chin. Draw in with the belly, roll forward, right? And for a lot of us, it's this rib cage area that's so stiff. So imagine, the diaphragm pulling back a little bit, this mid to low back area rounding out behind you as you imagine lengthening out of the top of the head. Breathe in, restack. Good. We're going to do 2 rotations to each side because the saw needs rotation as well. So keep your diamond position. Take the arms out to the sides or into I Dream of Jeannie. On your out breath, even weight on the sit bones as you rotate, looking over the shoulder, squeezing a little more out of it. Still have even weight on the sit bones. Come back to the front. Switching. Back to the front. Rotate and get tall. Oh, that feels so good, doesn't it? Ah. And rotate, rotate, rotate back to the center. Close it up. Arms out in front. Feet grounded to the mat. On your exhale, roll it back. Half roll back. Shoulders wide. Use that front body to pull forward. Restack. Exhaling. Roll it back. Use that front body to pull forward. Restack. And again. A little deeper, a little deeper, a little deeper. Yeah, good. Roll it forward. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to do our saw. Because we're all warmed up for it. Roll forward, restack. Good. I consider the saw a bit of a level 3 exercise. It doesn't get into level 2 video very often. But, so you have your choices. Level 2, you can go back to your diamond. You can even sit cross-legged, or you could be in a chair. It's about how your spine is moving. Level 3, we assume you got some length in your hamstrings and control there too. So you sit out nice and long with the legs over those sit bones with the knees straight if possible, or a little softness in your knees if needed. Good. It's those 2 motions together that we warmed up with in sitting. So you have rotation to start with. Oh, I'm going to do straight legs. You keep soft knees if you need to. Rotate, then roll down. Tuck the chin. Roll it forward. The arm reaches forward as if you're going to saw off your baby toe, but the important movement is to roll down, right? And then keep even weight on the sit bones. Restack and unwind. Rotation. Roll down. Reach it forward. Restack. Right? So where do you feel this as you do it? Hopefully you feel some good mobility through the back of your rib cage. from your shoulder blade, maybe, right down to your low back. You might feel it a little bit in your neck. Maybe that's where you have a bit of stiffness. But you shouldn't feel it as discomfort. Doing a lot of saws, yeah. Good. Shoop. Back, one more to each side. Really make sure that as you roll down to the right, for example, the left sit bone remains anchored to the mat. You draw in with the belly to restack. Rotate to the left. Right sit bone stays on the mat, restack. Awesome. And close up the legs. Shake it out. Bring the arms behind you. It's nice to get in an opposite posture after that. So the fingertips can face forward if possible. Level 2, maybe bend the knees and lift the hips. That's a little, maybe a little easier. Thinking about wide chest and shoulder blades being slid gently down your back, avoiding the, crunchy shoulder position. Level 3, you've got your legs straight, toes a little bit turned out, heels together. Take a nice breath in, and on your out breath, raise the hips. And lower. And lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Hold this one. Lift the breastbone a little more. Lift the notch at the top of the breastbone, the first rib. Feel wide collarbones. Draw in with the tummy, squeeze the bum. Breathe and smile. And lower it down. Bend the knees. Give yourself a nice little hug. Good. And then we're going to roll down onto our backs on the mat. If you have your ball and you want to put it behind your bum, this is the time to do it, behind your pelvis. If you don't, that's fine. We are on our backs on the mat, with the feet nice and grounded, the pelvis in lovely neutral, right? Good. Right away, I want you to feel the fingers spread, the palms connected to the mat. I want you to feel that the low ribs are held back, that you're open across the chest, the shoulder blades are on the mat, and the head is nice and heavy. Take a nice breath in. Bring the right leg up to tabletop, and then the left. Good. And we're just going to hold tabletop and feel the work in the abdominals for a second. All right? So you're here, and if you have the knees right over the hips with those thighs vertical, you should already be working a little bit in the abdominals, right? Good. Take a nice breath in. On your out breath, you're going to straighten the right leg. Lower at what you can control. Bring it back in. Same thing with the left. Right? And I want you to do it like this, a bit slow, a bit methodical, where you really feel, are you holding those low ribs back? Are the abdominals able to support the spine? Do you have any movement in the pelvis? Right? And as you warm up, then you can lower the leg more. Bring it back up. Lower the leg more. Bring it back up. Good. Now, if you chose to be on the ball, you have a little bit of challenge, just in a different way. Those of us without the ball, after this one, good. We're going to take a nice breath in, and we're going to lift the head. So nod the chin, lift the head and the neck. So if you're on the ball, you're probably only going to come up like to here, because the ball has your bum in the air. Or if you don't have the ball, you're going to lift, you're going to lift, you're going to lift. You're going to try to get your shoulder blades off the mat. So either way, you're in a curl up. It just depends how much. And we're going to take the right arm and reach it to the outside of the right calf. The left hand to the knee, and you're going to bring that leg in while you straighten the other one, and the pelvis stays nice and still. So this is your start position, right? Looking good, right? This is like a Pilates poster. So then you're going to switch, but nothing's going to move in your pelvis or your back. So on your exhale, switch. switch. Right? If you're on the ball, you're really focused on trying not to wobble, trying to control those micro movements. If you're not on the ball, you're really trying to lift the chest without losing that neutral low back. Right? You're working on some flexibility in that upper back. Let's do one more each side. So we have one, pause, put the head down just for a second. We're going to come back up. We're going to do it with a little bit of obliques, a little rotation in the upper body, but we're going to support the head. So take the hands behind the head with the elbows nice and wide. Out breath, nod the chin, draw in with the belly. Coming up probably this high if you have the ball, coming up higher if you don't have the ball, but still with the spine in neutral. Rotate to the right, straighten the left leg, lower it what you can control. Through the center, switch. If you can control it, you can move it smoothly and more quickly. If you can't, then I want you to pause in the center and switch. Pause in the center and switch. Either way, we're doing 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. 1. Hold the knees in towards the chest. You can lower the head. A little rock and roll side to side with some good abdominal working. Good. We're going to hold the shins. Feel like you bring the heels in towards the bum. You bend the knees fully. The elbows are out to the sides. Draw everything tight, tight in towards you. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Nod the chin. Lift the head, the neck, the upper back. You're going to roll like a ball. Get a little bit of your momentum. Trying to keep the same shape. When you're ready, when you can, you come up to a balance. Inhale to roll it back. Exhale to come to your balance. The chin stays tucked. Ideally, the thighs don't move away from the body as you come up, right? And the elbows stay out to the side, the shoulders stay down. Feel that spine smooth roll, smooth roll. We've warmed it up so nicely. Hopefully it's the best rolling like a ball you've ever done. Last one. Beautiful. Balance here. Balance, balance. If you want to take it a step further, then balance with the legs in tabletop and the arms out to the sides. Yay. Pretty good, eh? And then lower it. Lower the feet to the mat. Give yourself a well-deserved hug. Awesome. Good. And we're going to practice. We didn't do it with momentum. We're going to practice getting up to stand without without using any arms. So for me, I need to cross my feet. If you're able to go back into your roll like a ball, plant the feet together and get up, then that's awesome. I admire you. For me, I just need to cross the legs and lean ahead. To help me come up, you need some flexibility in the hips to do it. And if you can do it one way, just come back down for a second and see if you can do it with the other leg in front, right? Oh, that's harder for me, a little more awkward. So I gotta work on that. But anyway, it's always nice to be able to confidently get up and down from the mat without the use of the arms, if possible. It helps us in our strength and our balance. And then come to have the feet in parallel and just feel where you are after that workout. If you're grounded, through each foot evenly. How does the body feel? Does the chest feel open? Does your posture feel tall? And since it's Christmas, we have to end with our fun stretch, right? We're tuning in from hopefully all over, wherever you're celebrating Christmas. Have the feet wide, the arms wide. Take a nice breath in, bend and scoop. And on your exhale, be wide in the chest, sit back, and the hips fold forward at the waist. Roll it up one bone of the back at a time, and we'll do it twice. Exhale. Fold forward, roll it up. And there we go. Merry Christmas, or whatever you're celebrating, and have a wonderful New Year, and I will see you very early in the New Year. Thanks for tuning in and sharing your holidays. Bye.